What's the team used for today then, Dave?
So full strength today. We've got everyone available, so we've come full mob handed today. I think they're struggling. I think the Eagles team's struggling. 2 or 3 out. I think couple suspended. So I'm hoping for big things today. Maybe a few goals.
You got any predictions for today's game then, Dave?
My prediction for Eagles in today's game is pain.
Tough words there from Relentless Dave.
Good afternoon and welcome along to the Allam Sports Centre for the Hull Classico, the much anticipated fixture between East Riding Futsal Club and Hull Eagles. Last time it was an absolute cracker of a game, plenty of action, plenty of drama as well, and we're hoping for something similar today. Hull Eagles, sat lower down in the table, are the visitors, although this is both teams' home ground. East Riding, well, they're looking for their 10th win of the season in 10 games. It's been a phenomenal start to the year for East Riding, and they just want to continue it. They've got a very strong side out as well. You may well have seen Dave Lawtey's little bit of team news beforehand. Eagles, however, are missing one or two players, which may make this game a little bit more one-sided than last time. It finished 15-8, which means it, after what was a pretty one-sided first half, Eagles really came back into it. If you haven't watched the courtside documentary that was put out by East Riding, then I would highly recommend watching the documentary. It gives a real worthwhile view on behind the scenes of a futsal side. I'll just run you through the two lineups. First of all, East Riding have Denson, Weng, Fletcher, Skelton, Salubrich, Chafer, Williams, Clark, Chineri, Fabiai, Giles, Hudson, Taylor and Tejit Meyer. As for Eagles, Murray, Ribeiro, Silva, DeCosta, Sai, Tour, Boldizev, Kaminas, Daniels and Michu, of course. A few former East Riding faces amongst the Hull Eagles side. And I tell you what, it should be a good game as well. East Riding, of course, in the yellow and black shirts, black shorts and yellow socks. Hull Eagles, well, they're in their usual dark green and gold. Dave Lawtey giving some last-minute instructions to his side. Across on the far bench. It's a bit of a different setup to what we normally have. We normally have the two teams either side of the camera. You'll be able to see everything that's going on the benches in front of you today. You've even got the stand behind as well to be able to see what's going on. Referee's just come to just in front of us. While the two teams are just doing their final preparations. It looks like Eagles having another mini team talk ahead of the game. Dave Lawtey will have had his, I'd say, words of wisdom. You may well have heard them on courtside. Some possibly stern words to make sure his team perform the way he'd like them to on what could be a huge game for both sides. Obviously, East Riding starting five. We've got Denson, Chafer, Salubrich, Williams and the captain Skelton. Williams and Salubrich both called up to England squads and will be underway with Hull Eagles having first kickoff. Skelton's won the ball back almost immediately. As Williams inside of him, he'll pull it across. Williams, it's behind him, and it'll go out for a kick into Eagles. A really good start. Obviously, if you remember the last Eagles game, Eagles scored very, very early in that fixture. East Riding will be hoping to prevent that once more. Opportunity down the right-hand side, ball across. It's good, well saved by the feet of Denson. Shot came in from DeCosta. Kick in over the far side for Eagles, just wide. Ribeiro claims it's come off the fingertips of Denson, and I think that's what the referee's given. It'll be a corner to the visitors. It'll be taken quickly and pulled back, but Williams has almost regained possession for East Riding. Got another corner kick. It'll be Silva again. Another former East Riding player. It's just about kept in. It's Denson, who half tips it away. Schaefer will move away with the ball, tries to get it inside to Salubric. Can't break away though, Salubric will just about keep it for the black and yellows. Williams down the line, it's a good challenge. And away will come Eagles again. An opportunity, a 2-on-1 in the middle, but well blocked by Lucas Salubric. Part of Beverley Town's 1-0 victory yesterday at Eccles Hill. Here's Williams, intercepting play. Goes down the left-hand side, an opportunity as he cuts across. But Schaefer will make use of the side of the pitch, and the stop on the ball is Skelton once more. You might have heard Dave Lotz in the background shouting he wants the ball played a bit quicker, but East Riding playing fairly quickly. Both teams have come into it at some pace so far. Skelton across to Schaefer. Skelton again. There's not a lot of movement in black and yellow. No time restrictions obviously on the outfield players as Williams tries to go down the line and cut it back in his white and sky blue boots. Or trainers, sorry. Having boots on this surface wouldn't be great, but a strong challenge there from Ribeiro and Salubric. It's not been quite as fiery so far as the previous game. Eagles happy to sit deep and try and attack on the break. Here's Schaefer. Schaefer will be faced up by two, then plays it into Williams. Back to Salubric. Salubric has an opportunity to have an effort on goal. He eventually takes it. I think it hits Williams on the way through. Schaefer then commits the first foul of the fixture. Salubric maybe dillied and dallied a little bit longer than you'd expect the top scorer in the league to. 21 goals this season after 8 games. Ball forward, it tries to be flicked around the corner, but Williams will regain possession, chips it forward. Flick on by Salubric, looking for Skelton. It's out of play for a kick into East Riding. East Riding top scorers in the Tier 2 North. 98 goals this season. 33 conceded though, and that's maybe where the weakness lies as they play the Eagles, who have scored 41 to 52. Williams now to Schaefer. Williams again Eagles are sat deep. Ball across to Skelton. He'll look to get it onto his right foot, comes all the way back across to Williams. There's two in the middle if he can find them. He has his cross blocked, but then he'll regain possession. Schaefer from range is just wide. He scored 4 the other day. Schaefer, I think it was just before Christmas, first time he's scored a hat-trick and more, as Michu makes his way on for the first time in this game. Former captain of East Riding, of course, as that ball's thrown long, an opportunity to hold the ball up, and he does well. Just tore. Skelton. Option to the left if Schaefer can be found, but Chineri with his first touches of this whole classico. Chineri wants to get on with it. He's not allowed to do so because Eagles are within the 5 metres. Schaefer can't control that, and it's out for a kick-in. Saying about Michu Bogdan, 59 appearances, 41 goals for East Riding before making the switch at early part of last season. Here's Schaefer, an opportunity against the fly keeper across to Salubric. Salubric has scored! East Riding take a lead after just 3 minutes. It's a lovely finish from Lucas Salubric. The fly keeper came out. Murray couldn't get back. After East Riding had regained possession. Here's Michu. And that ball's put out of play in front of the referee. I'm sure Dave Lotz will be fairly pleased with the dominance so far as Chineri tries to slot a ball through to Salubric. I'm not sure he could quite find the right pass. Minas, Michu, it's Schaefer who wins the ball back as the captain goes to ground. Ribeiro seems to think he was fouled, but The referee says nothing doing. Only a foul so far for East Riding. The referee, I'm just wondering what she's going to give Wiz. Just let the keeper have the ball back. No foul given. And Ribeiro will be replaced as well. That ball's forward. Henry Tejet-Meyer enters into the picture for the first time. Skelton. Can't find Tejet-Meyer. And it's a Eagles ball once again. Boldizov. Murray. Michu around the corner. There's a good opportunity. Denson comes out. Some good defending there by Skelton. He can't stop it going in though. It's Boldizov who gets the equaliser after 4 minutes. In a similar situation to how East Riding scored their goal. There's a good opportunity. Denson comes out. It's Eagles who get the equaliser. He can't stop it going in. Denson came out of position. Who gets the equal to try and close down the opportunity, and it's well finished in the end. Walty's not looking particularly pleased. There's plenty of firepower on the bench if East Riding can make the changes to the game. Denson's come out and make some last-ditch challenge to stop Boldizov getting a clear effort on goal, and he's actually conceded a kick in. You may have heard the drum in the background and some of the Eagles supporters chanting Eagles as well. Michu, effort on goal, saved by Denson. Denson's far from pleased with the defending in front of him. He's just instructing Jason Chineri on where he wanted him to be. Salubric will look to try and break, but it's the two goal scorers who almost come together. Murray with the ball. First time he's really had to kick it long. Salubric on the turn. As Tejet-Meyer outside of him, it'll almost break to Salubric himself after trying to get the pass through. George to Chineri. Two former Beverley Town teammates in the Saturday North East Counties League. Chineri faced up by two is Salubric. Salubric's effort on goal almost makes its way through, but it'll be Kaminas who can't quite keep hold of the ball. It's been a clean game so far. We've had 5 minutes. It's 1-1. Chineri towards Tejet-Meyer's run, and it's out for a goalkeeper's ball. Murray will throw this out. Touch is loose and Skelton will have the ball back. But pressure will continue to be put on from Tour, who then immediately is replaced. Kick in taken quickly. No chance for the referee to count down from 4. That's the time limit for those who aren't aware. Men's futsal. Kick in is across the line from Chineri, so we're taken again. Back to Tejet-Meyer, across goal, almost in. It's a really good save by the feet of Murray. Skelton to take. Referee instructing the two Eagles players to step back by 5 metres. Tejet-Meyer and Salubric will play it back on halfway. Eagles happy to sit deep again, seeing as though they're level on the scoreboard at this stage. Tejet-Meyer tries to find the runner Salubric. Salubric had nipped him behind, but he's won it back. Salubric squares it to Chineri. Chineri back in, and it's well defended by Da Costa. Covering in for Murray. Spread himself wide, but the ball had evaded the Eagles keeper. Skelton, it's made its way back to Tejet-Meyer. 2 touches, and then he can't get a clean strike on goal. Salubric, Tejet-Meyer. Now Skelton. Instructing Tejet-Meyer to go one way and ball goes the other. East Riding happy to keep hold of possession though. Chineri trying to find Salubric. It's well defended by Boldzev. goal scorer for the Eagles. 6 minutes gone in this first half. Here's Chineri with plenty of step-overs and skill. Finds Salubric. Back to Skelton. Skelton, the effort into the top corner. Wonderful finish by Keane Skelton. And East Riding take a 2-1 lead. And it's the captain who finishes it. Here's Chineri perfectly. He didn't have an awful lot to aim at. Finds Salubric. And back Murray could Skelton, the effort into the top corner. Only just wonderful maybe get a hand by to that. Keane. And Skelton, it sounds like maybe will be replaced by Clark, 40-year-old. Plenty of experience with some of the Eagles players. Plenty of experience full stop for East Riding. As it's Eagles who clear, trying to make a half break, but can't do anything with it. Tejit Meyer. Salubric spins on the ball and finds Chineri. East Riding will keep hold of possession. Eagles might have to push out a bit. Here's Tejit Meyer. It's a foul conceded by Baldazav. He's less than impressed with that. And he will walk off with the ball as he's replaced on the bench. Clark is just lining this up. He just wants to make sure the Eagles players are back the full distance. Tejit Meyer's got a left-footed option. We've got 8.5 minutes to go. East Riding lead the Eagles 2-1, an opportunity. Clark lining this up left-footed. Effort on goals almost converted by Chineri. A bit of a grin on Chineri's face. One of the top scorers in the league. I mean, East Riding's forward line have a lot of goals between them. Here is the number 12. Tejit Meyer onto his left foot. Shooting opportunities well blocked in the end by Silva. Clark with the effort on goal. It's blocked. Eagles are defending well here, but there's an opportunity from range and immediately give the ball back to East Riding because it's an easy chance for Denson to gather in. Here is a counter-attacking opportunity. It's Chineri who's done well in the defence and he'll bring it forward. He has Clark across goal. He's brought down. Referee gives nothing. Murray tries to get the game underway quickly. And East Riding will have the ball back once more. Chineri's not very happy with the decision of the referee. She thought the ball was won. Salubric. Clark chips it down the line. Salubric will go first time, but can't get a hold of that. We've seen him score from that position, though. Lucas Salubric had his 22nd goal of the season. A really good feat from the young Beverley Town Saturday League player, but obviously in futsal he's only ever played for East Riding. Tejit Meyer. Williams is back on the right-hand side. Back to Tejit Meyer. We'll look for an opportunity to spread play to Clark across goal. It's touched out by Murray. Clark chips it all the way towards Grayson Giles. First touch is unfortunately gone to the Eagles. An opportunity on goal is blocked. It was Kaminas who had the effort on goal. Hand in the air and Eagles will get this underway. A bit of a delay from the restart, but it's saved by Denson's strong hands. In fact, 4 of the top 6 goal scorers in Tier 2 North are East Riding players. But today's about the bragging rights more than the goal scoring rates. As that ball's chipped forward by Murray. Tejit Meyer wins the header. Clark has an option outside of him. He turns his man. It's out for a goalkeeper's ball. Ribeiro, the captain, celebrates it. Murray tries to play it out. It almost finds us here on halfway. Tejit Meyer takes it to Williams looking for a shooting opportunity, pushed away by Murray. Clark across goal. It's found its way to Grayson, who scrambles it home from close range. And it's a 3-1 lead now for East Riding. Clark's initial effort was saved by Murray, but Clark across goal. It's
Giles
found its way to Grayson, who scrambles it home from close range. Over the top of the prone keeper on the floor. And East Riding have a 2-goal advantage for the first time in this fixture. Eagles will have to come out the shell a little bit more if to get anything out of this game. Tedrick Myers putting a challenge in. It was on Sai as Fabiai makes his first introductions to the game. Won back though by Baldizav. He can't keep hold of that, and it's a East Riding goalkeeper's ball. Oh, in fact, it's a kick-in, sorry. Williams will run at his man, step over, and he'll go down the line. Almost nutmegs him, but it is a corner. Fabiai's first time effort over the bar. First time we've seen the coaching involved. By this point, I think we'd already had a 10-metre penalty in the last fixture between these two. We've only had 2 fouls between the two as Chafer puts it across goal and Giles gets his second. Lovely play by Chafer, cut it back, and Giles converted from close range to make it 4-1. Penalty in the last fixture between these two. We've only had 2 fouls between the two as Chafer puts it across goal and Giles gets his second. Ahead and put this game beyond reach. Giles wins it back. He's looking for his hat-trick already. He's barely been on the court as he's now conceded a foul. I said about only 2 fouls in the game. It's 3 now. We've almost had 10 minutes in this fixture. Oh no, it's not a foul against Grayson, sorry. Chafer. Under pressure, finds Fabiai. Chafer again wide to Williams. 2 around him. Lovely threaded pass to the bright green trainered Fabiai. Effort in the end is blocked. Eagles fans over in the far stand trying to create a bit of atmosphere. Fabiai. Williams is demanding the ball. He got it, but can't find Chafer. Michu on this near side will take the kick in. Puts the ball to floor and then looks for the run ahead of Taylor. Effort is prevented by Taylor, who's won the ball back. He'll keep going, Will Taylor, and still going Taylor, but his endeavour is found him lost the ball. But Chafer, opportunities, feed Giles, puts it back, it's out for a goalkeeper's ball. Chafer maybe should have gone alone. He was maybe too unselfish in that situation. Eagles throwing it into the feet of Tour, holding it up well with his big frame. Michu. Ball back. It's only found Chafer though on halfway. He feeds Taylor. Taylor across goal. It's well saved by the feet of Murray again. Taylor will take this quickly. Chafer. Effort on goal. It's blocked and it's actually gone over the... We've got little railing sort of things and it's gone over into the netting on this side. We'll get a spare ball and Taylor will take this back to Chafer. All the way across to Mo Fabiai. Fabiai across to Taylor. Taylor now back to Chafer. Fabiai again. Referee just coming across the camera. Taylor now to Chafer. Nice touch from and hold up play from Giles. Taylor's gone beyond his man. Michu brings him down. Referee says it's not a dive, but it's not a penalty. Michu seems to think it was a dive, but nothing given, says the referee. Thrown long by Murray. Chafer holding up Tour. Still going his Tour on the ball, but he's forced backwards and still forced backwards, and that's well played by Mason Chafer. That ball's out for an East Riding corner kick. Giles will chip it to the far post. Chafer didn't direct his header anywhere, and it's still 4-1. We've got 9 minutes left of this first period of the game. Ball back by Michu. It's clever play. Eagles looking to forge an opportunity, but it's the first time in 3 minutes they've had a wander forward into the East Riding half. Max Hudson comes on now for East Riding. Dave Lottie bringing the changes, trying to keep his players fresh. That ball finds its way to Taylor. It's a good touch out his feet to try and create some space on the left-hand side. Cutting back, he can't find anybody in East Riding colours, but almost gets an effort on goal. It's sort of a half-challenge, half-shot. That ball's looped forward. And Mo Fabiai knocks out for an Eagles ball. It's De Costa who put a challenge in. Minas to take the kick in. Lining up, he's waiting for Hudson to make his way back the full distance. There's a kick in though for East Riding on this near side. Fabiai, overlap from Chafer. Now Chafer will receive the ball. Across to Taylor. Can't find its way all the way across, but the keeper will prevent a corner kick. For Fabiai. Ball around the corner from Hudson. Taylor almost gets a touch on it, and Eagles will look to capitalise and counter-attack on East Riding. Can't quite get the purchase they wanted, as Hudson will try and play out from the back. Good challenge from Fabiai, and it's out for an Eagles kick-in. Timeout for the Eagles. There'll be plenty to talk about between the two sides. Eagles have sat deep, they've absorbed a lot of pressure. The defence has actually held out fairly well for the amount of pressure they've seen, but they haven't shown much attacking intent, whereas East Riding, it'll be a case of just trying to continue what they're doing. It'll be interesting to hear what Dave Lottie has to say. Tyler Denton also having a quick word with Harrison Fletcher. It looks like they'll switch goalkeepers as well. Fletcher, the number one, you might just seen on the front of your screen. Another keeper on the bench, Johnny Weng. It's his birthday today. I don't know how much time he'll get on the court, but it'll certainly make a sweet victory if he is to get a win on his birthday. East Riding had the second best defensive performance last time out against Bolton B. Hoping to equal that today. As that ball is intercepted, Hudson will try and clear. He can't quite do so, but he wins his side a kick in. In fact, it's goalkeeper's ball as Fletcher will throw it long. Fabiai can't quite get hold of that, and it's well defended by Kiminas. Fabiai's Chafer as an option. The two right-footed players have come across to the left side. It'll be a cutting-in option, and the two left-footed players are on the right, but Taylor didn't quite see where that pass was going. That ball into Eagles players as they go forward. There's two of them who collide. Boldizev, I think it was, who's gone down. He's hurt himself as well, actually, as the Eagles goal scorer, as that ball's thrown long towards Chafer. His heading hasn't actually improved, even if he was trying to do anything towards goal. But it's Boldizev who has just pulled up. We've got 7.5 minutes to go at the end of this first half. Here's Salubric returning to the fray. Wide to Skelton. He's just surpassed his 50th appearance for East Riding. Playing for Skullcoats Amateurs as well in Hull's Humber Premier League. Salubric goes down under the challenge. He don't win a foul or anything, but Eagles will have the ball back. That ball forward towards De Costa isn't controlled, and it'll be East Riding will have possession once again. Tejit Meyer. Hudson. Skelton. East Riding will try and build from the back. Tejit Meyer. Skelton will switch the pass to Woj Salubric. Can't connect with Tejit Meyer. It's a training ground sort of move. Murray throws out. DaCosta goes to floor. Foul given against Skelton. Skelton's not very happy about it, but it's only the second one against East Riding. It's the third of the entire first half. It's a very quiet game compared to the feisty fixture we saw last time, which ended 15-8. 2 red cards in that one as well. Michu will line this up. Options right and left. Fletcher's just lining up his wall. Skelton off to left-hand side for Fletcher. As that shot's gone straight through, and Michu with a powerful effort. It's a really good finish, in fairness to the former East Riding captain. I think Fletcher was a little bit unsighted, but I don't know whether he'd be able to do an awful lot about it. To left-hand side for Fletcher. It really gone straight through, and Michu with a powerful effort. It's a 4-2 really lead for East Riding. Dave Lawty is far from pleased. Here's Skelton. Williams. Coming up against Mitch, who's just scored. Salubric is trying to keep hold of the ball. He goes to floor, but keeps it. Still going is Salubric. He can't quite get past that final man. Williams prevents any further action from the Eagles. Skelton. 3-on-3 if he chooses to go forward. Instead, finds Salubric. Foul against Captain Ribeiro. Oh no, sorry, it's a kick-in. No foul given. Tejit Meyer. Skelton trying to get down the outside. A good challenge in the end from Daniels. Salubric, effort on goal, blocked by Daniels. Tejit Meyer keeps this alive with a quick kick in. Salubric. Skelton loses out. Well challenged by Ribeiro. Ball across to Williams. Now Skelton. Williams will have it back, and he has a free run as he puts it across goal. It's well played by Murray, and Eagles will look to break. 3-on-2, but Skelton there with the block. We've got 5.5 minutes to play at the end of this first half. And it's the Eagles who come forward once more. Skelton concedes a kick in. He's not very pleased with the referee's decision. It'll be Silva. Back to Michu with a powerful effort on goal. He's latest goal scorer in this game. A powerful free kick as well with that one, as that one goes over the bar. And that'll be an East Riding keeper's ball. Fletcher will get this underway quickly. He doesn't have any runners. He just drops it to the feet of Tejit Meyer. Williams. Skelton, out his feet. Salubric is central. Instead goes wide to Tejit Meyer. Skelton again. Clearance is half done. Keeper goes up. Foul given against Salubric. I'm not sure whether that was a foul, if I'm entirely honest, but keeper jumped for it. Salubric held his ground. Murray seems to be okay there. Here's Michu to just potentially roll it across. Fly keeper used by Eagles in the previous game. Eagles yet to actually beat East Riding, and it's looking like it'll continue that way as the ball breaks to Salubric across Tejit Meyer with an effort on goal. It's in. It can't be cleared off the line by Sai, but it's a good finish from Tejit Meyer. To actually beat East Riding. And East Riding restore their like continue that way as the ball breaks to Salubric across 4.5 minutes played. It's in. 4.5 minutes it left, can't be played off the line by Sai. A very, very long half. Ball down the line, it's out for an East Riding ball. Skelton to take. Salubric making a run inside the area. It's Williams' effort on goal. It's saved by Murray. It's nicely picked up again by Salubric. Surrounded by three, he'll try and chip it through to Williams. Salubric still going. Chips it over the keeper and onto the roof of the net. I thought he'd just done the almost impossible. I think the keeper must have got a touch on that because Williams has the corner. Salubric's effort on goal as it's blocked by Eagles, who'll look to try and counter. They can't do so. Murray. Sai can't quite get that under control. Just fiddles with his blue trainers to see why he didn't get under control. I think it was his touch more than his trainers, I must say. As Salubric cuts back on in his left foot, tries to cut it back to Skelton. Skelton has an opportunity to put it across, and it evades both Salubric and Williams. And nobody can quite get that finishing touch. 3 minutes 40 to go at the end of this first half. Tejit Meyer shields that ball really nicely back to Fletcher. Tejit Meyer has an option to his left, and Williams instead goes to Skelton. Now Williams will receive the ball. Goes down the line, tries to use his pace. Has Salubric in the middle. Goes to 4 and wins himself a free kick. It's only the 5th foul of this first half. I don't think we'll see any 10-metre penalties in this first half. As Clark lines this free kick up, he'll probably want to emulate his former captain. Michu's free kick before was powerful and hard, and Fletcher couldn't do anything about it, but Clark will probably try and do something similar. Instead, into Williams, it's saved by the keeper. Ball back to Clark, it's out of play for a kick into East Riding. The black and yellows will get it underway quickly. Skelton. Down the line to Salubric. Salubric trying some footwork. Can't get beyond any Eagles players. Now he can face goal. Spins and turns back to Williams. The connection between these two has been excellent all season. Salubric turns, puts it across goal. It's only just wide. And it is out for a corner kick. Must have had a touch on that. It's a difficult angle to really see who got that touch, but East Riding will have the ball. Nice turn from Chafer, almost foxing the goalkeeper and put it through his legs. Chafer will have another go, pulls it back, but only finds an Eagles player, and it's out for an East Riding kick-in. Skelton on halfway. Opportunity again. Skelton with a step over and a go, but he can't quite make anything of this. Turn by Toe. Can't keep possession, but he wins himself a kick in. Toe to take. Murray runs round to offer some assistance as fly keeper. We haven't seen much fly keeper from Eagles or East Riding so far today. Opportunity to get a shot on goal. It's out for a goalkeeper's ball. Here's Fletcher. Fletcher throws it long, looking for Giles. Giles an opportunity for his hat-trick. He's forced wide. Comes back. Chafer to Skelton. Skelton's, I don't know whether it was a pass or effort on goal, was blocked, and it's out for a East Riding ball. Chafer can't get it past Sai, and Sai then beats Chafer and still going. The number 28 for Eagles is pushed to the floor, and East Riding concede another penalty against them. The 4th foul of the game. Baldezev has Michu and company. Michu scored from the last free kick down this end. It's 5-2, 2 minutes to go. Baldezev, efforts wide. Never troubling the keeper. I know what he was trying to do with the outside of his foot, but it wasn't working. Thrown along by Fletcher. Can't find Murray. Does find Murray. Can't find an East Riding player. Murray then throws it long. All the way through to Fletcher. It's a goalkeeping masterclass if they want to keep the ball between themselves. Here's Giles. Michu making his way forward. Skelton challenges him. Wins the ball back. And that is out for an East Riding kick-in. Chineri on. East Riding don't look like they're going to use their timeout just yet. Schaefer. Chineri across to Skelton. Looks up, there's 3 in yellow and black with movement. It went to Giles' feet, but Skelton will have it back. Schaefer and Chineri are right on the edge of the area for East Riding. Eagles play a toe with a good challenge. Goes to the floor, but as much as East Riding lose territory with that, they keep the ball and Eagles are happy to sit in deep. Challenge from Michu. Michu seems to think it was his ball. Chineri to Schaefer. Skelton's the option on this side. Out from under his feet across to Chineri. Chineri will try and get beyond his man, but plays keep ball with his captain. And into a final minute. East Riding looking to extend to a 4-goal lead at the end of this half. Giles with a nice touch to Chineri. It's out for a corner. Chineri to take. Giles underfoot. Back to Skelton on halfway. 30 seconds to go. Schaefer. Back to Skelton. Chineri. Chineri looks up. Step over onto his left foot. Still going. Chineri. Oh, it's a wonderful finish. We've seen him score similar goals to that this season where he cuts in off the left-hand side onto his right foot. This time it's the opposite way around. A step over onto his left foot into the bottom corner. Step over onto his left foot. Still going. Chineri.
And a really nice
finish that
Murray couldn't stop.
We've seen him score similar goals to that this season where he cuts in off. A nice finisher as well for Jason Chineri. 13 seconds to play. 6-2 to East Riding at the end of this first half. Fletcher's had to go into the corridor to go and find the ball. I think this will be a case of throw this long and see if it can cause any danger to the Eagles. Chineri gets there first, out for an East Riding ball. 9 seconds to go. 6-2. Chineri into towards Giles. He can't find a black and yellow shirt. Eagles will try and hook this clear. And that is the end of the first half here at the Allam Sports Centre. Hull Classico. At half-time, it's East Riding 6, the Eagles 2. Skelton, Salubrich, Chineri, Tejitmai and Giles with 2 for East Riding, whereas Michu came back and scored a free kick against his own side. You also had Boldizev, who scored the other 4 Hull Eagles. We'll be back very shortly with the second half. Welcome back to the second half of the Hull Classico between East Riding Futsal Club and Hull Eagles. Half-time saw East Riding go in with a 6-2 lead. It was fairly close early on in that first half, or in the first part of the first half, but East Riding started to build up a head of steam with some possession. Men started converting the chances, whereas the Eagles have really relied on counter-attacks and breaking quickly. Has worked for them on one occasion. A free kick was the other goal for them. There'll be some key milestones for East Riding to try and complete today. Danny Clark will be looking for his 100th goal. Johnny Weng is going to be starting in goal for the second half. It's his birthday today for East Riding. Also got Ben Carmichael, who I think is doing some camera work as well today, who's turning 16, part of England under-17 setup. He'll soon to be eligible for East Riding as we're underway in this second half. Skelton, Williams, Chafer and Slubridge. We're back to the original outfield four for East Riding. And it is Williams with the ball. Chafer under pressure, beats one. Then looks for Skelton, who hadn't made a run. Boldizev, one of the goal scorers for the Eagles in the first half with the kick in. Ball around the corner, looking for Boldizev. It's come off Chafer and then Boldizev. It'll be Weng to get this game underway quickly. So Lubrich can't hold it up. Effort on goal is saved by Weng. East Riding under pressure early on and an opportunity for the Eagles. Again, Weng collects the ball. Popular figure is Johnny Weng. As Williams goes to floor, he's been fouled. It was DeCosta who was the Eagles player who's committed the foul. Skelton to Salubridge. Into the feet of Chafer. Chafer under pressure. Cross to Skelton. Chafer will sit deeper and he'll receive the ball once more. East Riding will be content to pass the ball about for now. Interception and DeCosta will bring it forward, but he's on his own. Chafer tries to win the ball back with the help of Skelton. He does so. Skelton will underfoot onto his left foot, tries to turn back. Chafer's on the outside. Salubridge towards Chafer, and it's well defended by Eagles in the end. DeCosta. Ball wide to Boldizev. Boldizev is then going to get himself booked. First booking of the game. We'd had almost had a red card by now in the last fixture. 15-8 that finished earlier this season, just before Christmas. So that ball hits the roof. And it beat an East Riding kick in. Williams to take. Back to Skelton. Has Chafer on the near side. Will go to Chafer on his left foot. Comes back down the line. Skelton's made the run. Effort on goal is saved by Murray. Very athletic to be able to get into that position. I'm not sure I'd be able to. Salubridge onto his left foot. Effort on goal's blocked at point blank range. Salubridge has conceded the foul. I think the referee felt he'd pulled back on his man. It's same score as it was at half-time, 6-2. Almost 2 minutes played in the start of the second half. Hull Eagles obviously without a couple of key players today. Two of their top scorers in the league. Estrait, one of them. With 9 goals, 10th in the league and top scoring charts. So Salubridge, the top scorer in Tier 2 North, moves forward to Williams. Williams forced backwards. A bit of physical pressure. Chafer now back to Williams. Salubridge will want the ball. Out of his feet. Now back towards Williams. Williams was on his heels and he can't get that ball in. It's out for a kick in to the Eagles. The green and gold side will look to build some pressure. A little bit unlike the first half, where they relied almost solely on counter-attacks. Salubric moves forward, he'll run at his man, he likes to do so, onto his left foot, effort on goal is blocked. And the Eagles will look to come forward through the captain Ribeiro. Ribeiro onto his right foot, well challenged by Skelton. Skelton will come back the other way. It's becoming a little bit basketball-esque with how the ball's moving up and down the court. Schaefer with one challenge, then second one has forced a handball as he went to floor. The Eagles players are a little bit frustrated with that decision. Caminas went to the floor rather easily and then handled the ball as he went to the floor. Skelton will line this one up. That's 2 fouls against the Eagles. There's 3 fouls and it took in the entire second half so far, and we've only had 2.5 minutes or so. We didn't even get to the full counter of either team as Skelton lines this up against the wall, hits it straight into it, back to Schaefer. Schaefer will look to go down the line, will cut it back, can't do so, it's the keeper's ball. Murray to take, throws it out, 2-on opportunity. Ribeiro, ball across, Johnny Weng does well to get the ball and get it out quickly to Schaefer. Now Salubric, Salubric down the line and onto his right foot, pulls it back, it's well knocked behind into the corner kick to East Riding. Salubric. Skelton's efforts turned wide by Murray and it goes beyond the stand on the far side. Schaefer, effort on goals blocked. I don't know whether it was an effort on goal or trying to put it across goal, but Daniels will move away with it. Skelton and Daniels come together, but East Riding will try and break away. It's out for a kick in. Schaefer, Skelton. Salubric on the turn. Well challenged by Michu, scorer of the free kick in the first half. Now Daniels. Michu again. Under pressure from Schaefer. Schaefer wins the kick in, now to Williams, across to Skelton, out his feet, effort on goal is up and almost onto the balcony. Ball back to Skelton. Salubric. Effort on goal by Williams is wide. He claps his hand in frustration. Ball's long and Sai can't quite get there. Skelton. Williams. Skelton again. Williams once more. East Riding happy to build up patiently as the ball's come across to this right side. Schaefer all the way back and East Riding will continue to just hold possession and try and make Eagles work for any ball that they get, but that ball around the corner from Salubric out for a goalkeeper's ball for the Eagles. Salubric. Ball across almost to Williams. Back to Skelton though. Off the deflection, it's just wide. It was a bit of a toe punt from Skelton. Clark comes on. First time in the second half, immediately wins it back. Clark could have an effort on goal. He pulls it across to Williams and Clark scores. It's his 100th goal and it had to be against the Eagles. Clark comes on. First time in the second half, immediately wins it back. Clark could have an effort on goal. He pulls it across to Williams and Clark scores. It's his 100th goal and it had to be. And that really should put that game beyond doubt. A few heads have gone down from the Eagles side now. Toe to take this kick-off. Michu. It'd be interesting to see if East Riding can smell blood and continue to put the pressure on, or whether they sit off a little bit, because they could be accused of that in the first game with the 15-8 victory. They were really on top at half-time and just sat off a little bit in the second half. And Coach Dave Lawty was far from pleased with what he saw in the end. Here's Clark. Skelton. Tejet Meyer. Puts it across, almost finding the far corner, and Clark's run was a little slow. That'll be thrown long by Murray. Weng will collect that in. Tejit Maya. Skelton. Williams. Clark. Forward looking for... Here's Tejit Maya. Still going Tejit Maya. Henrik Tejit Maya's efforts wide. It's out for a corner. Effort on goal from Tejit Maya's blocked. Williams. Clark again. Just wide. Just a stats correction. Clark actually on 99 goals now, rather than the 100 we thought he was on. It wouldn't surprise me if Clark did manage to get his 100th today. Tejit Maya over top towards Clark, intercepted by Michu. Boldizev under pressure from Skelton, still going. It's 21 for Eagles. Here is Clark with a turn, still going. Zai nicks the ball off him, and Michu. Boldizev saved by Weng. Skelton down the line. Williams under pressure, loses out. Good challenge. Skelton will get on with this. Kaminas. Frustrated Dave Lorty did that, accusing the Eagles to have not been interested in playing. Skelton to take. Tejit Maya. Ball across to Williams, coming inside. Now to Tejit Maya. Clark looking for Williams. Williams back towards Clark. It's out for an East Riding kick-in. Williams, Clark, Williams once more. All the way across to Skelton. Across to Williams. Tejit Maya. Skelton. East Riding looking to just pass it about. They're in control of the game. Skelton, Clark. Forward, and it's out of play. It was a cute effort, but East Riding still leading 7-2. 7 minutes played. That ball's fired like a bullet out of play at the back by Murray, and Eagles seem happy to give up possession. Here's Chineri. Chineri looking to jink his way inside. He scored a really good goal at the end of the first half. Similar position on the same side. Boldizev goes to floor. Skelton moves forward. Clark in the middle. Skelton still going. Effort on goal's blocked. It's Murray who's seen Boldizev go down. And the Eagles will just ask for a little bit of a break on that one. Boldizev just doing a few stretches by the looks of it as he makes his way off the court. Only one goal in this second half. Murray to take this. Throws it long, intercepted by Tejit Maya. Under pressure from two, was still going Zenrid Tejit Maya and almost gets it to Giles, who's on a hat-trick. Lorty acting as ball boy as Eagles are pressing, but only when they're inside their own half. Clark still going. Still going is Clark. Can't get the ball off to Costa though. Zai, over halfway. Eagles are forced backwards by Giles. Clark with the challenge. Still going is Clark with the tackle on Zai. The tenacious Eagles player manages to take the ball off Clark, but concedes possession in the form of a goalkeeper's ball. Giles. Williams. Giles continues his run, his efforts into the side netting on wide. East Riding are starting to look on top again. Eagles will want to break off the pivot. The ball going forward into the pivot a lot and trying to work off there. Chineri to Giles. Giles trying to cut inside. He goes down. He's fouled. Clark and Skelton will come on. It must be a set piece in the offing. Clark will line this up. There's Tedjet Meyer. To his right is Skelton on the far post. Giles on the near post. Murray set up a wall. Clark to Giles. Giles into the side netting and just wide for a keeper's ball. Murray will throw this long again towards a pivot player, and it was Michu this time. Thrown long by Weng, looking for Giles. Giles is sandwiched between, he's the filling in the sandwich between Murray and Ribeiro. Skelton. Skelton tries to win the ball back and in fact wins a corner. He'll take this quickly. All the way back to Tedjet Meyer. He'll line up a shot and it's wide. Asking for a corner kick is given. Giles to Tedjet Meyer. Taylor's on. Taylor will get the ball. He looks to go down the line and cut it back. He's out of play though. And it's a goalkeeper's ball. Murray tries to get this underway quickly. Good touch from Steve. Sat to my left. As that goes out for a kick into the Eagles. Michu goes down the line. Instead the ball comes back to Murray. Effort on goal. Saved by Weng. Weng will go long himself. It's saved by Murray. Good touch and he'll throw it back long. Michu saved by Johnny Weng. Number 22 throws it out towards the sliding Ribeiro, and Taylor ducked out the challenge. Tedjet Meyer. Weng, both hands in the air, just controlling the situation as he does well. Tedjet Meyer now to Taylor. The black and yellows controlling the game well. On course for a record-breaking 12 games unbeaten. Be the first time in the club's history if that happens. Tedjet Meyer has Giles down the line. Goes to Giles, who's on a hat-trick, but it's intercepted again by Ribeiro. Eagles captain. East Riding's number 8 will get the ball out his feet and to Tedjet Meyer. Taylor cutting in. Ball thrown out as atmosphere created from the stand in front of me. Can't quite work out what they're singing. We want... Oh, we can't hear you, I think it is. From the East Riding Academy players towards some of the Eagles fans. I haven't actually heard the drum in the second half, but that ball's gone forward. Tedjet Meyer heads it, but well brought down by Silva. Silva's ball forward, can't find anybody in green and gold, and East Riding will once again get the ball under way quickly. Schaefer looks like he's warming up to come back on. Taylor, intercepted well by Toe, but Taylor will make up for his own mistake. Chineri out his feet. Down the line he goes, but wins a kick in, off Ribeiro. Chineri has Giles, goes to Giles under pressure from 2. It's out for a kick in once again to East Riding. Chineri to take. Schaefer back on. Places Tedget Meyer. Schaefer out his feet. Across to Taylor. East Riding once again. Happy to play the ball about. Eagles allowing them to do so without going forward. Effort on goals well blocked by Murray in the end. Giles. Ball across is stood on by Silva, who screams in pain. I'm not really sure whether it was because of the challenge. I think it was because of how he stood on the ball. A little bit of a pushing match and shoot. Giles has picked up a yellow card. Silva just receiving a little bit of treatment. I'd have thought if he was in that much of a problem, you'd have brought the medical bag out first, but never mind just running out for a little bit of a fight. But that's just how that occurred. We haven't seen much in the way of tension from either teams. It's the first time any heated words were particularly exchanged. There was only a handful of fouls in the first half, and second half we've got 8.5 minutes, 8 minutes 39 to play, and we've only had 4. 3 against the Eagles, 1 against East Riding. East Riding have had no real need to cause any sort of problems to themselves with applause from most of the spectators, 1 or 2 boos. I'm just wondering where the ball's going to go. The assistant coach having a little bit of a dig at Dave Lorty, I think, from the Eagles. Now there's some heated words. Johnny Wing will get the ball back and roll it out to Taylor. We'll get the game back underway. East Riding have been playing some good futsal without any reward in the second half, really. Chineri. East Riding under pressure. Opportunity, Johnny Wen clears long. Kaminas was the man who went through on goal, and he'll look to hold the ball up as they go straight into him. Taylor does well to prevent him going anywhere, as that's hit one of the scoreboards. That looks dented as well. That'll cost you a few bob. Chineri, Taylor's brought down. Kaminas, the man who commits the foul. Fourth foul against the Eagles. Concede a couple more, you'll concede a 10-metre penalty. Here's Salubric under pressure. Concedes himself a kick in. It was a good challenge from Ribeiro, the captain. Salubric looks a little unhappy with the decision. He backs off. Kaminas Salubric back to Schaefer. You can hear a bit of chanting from the Eagles supporters. Sensing there's a potential opportunity in this game, I suppose. Ribeiro Tries to put the ball through, an opportunity off the post and in past Denson, who's just come on. And there was the chance. And there was the goal. It was De Costa who pokes it home at Denson's near post. Rivera. He's barely been on. Through an opportunity off the post and in past Denson, who's just come on. In the second half, it is 1-1, but overall, East Riding is still dominating with a 4-goal advantage. Dave Lote, I don't think, will be best impressed with the fact that they haven't extended their advantage further, the Black and Yellows. Chaffers, effort on goal, it's almost found its way through. Salubrich to take. Skelton off the kick in, he wins another East Riding ball. Skelton all the way back to Chafer. Intercepted by Boldezev. It's out for a Eagles ball. Kick in taken. The Eagles have sent forward the keeper as a extra man, but he just defects back to his own half after the Eagles concede the ball. Here's Skelton across, a wonderful ball across to Chineri. Chineri looking for an effort on goal, he scores! That's almost as equal to his first half one. It's a fantastic through ball from Skelton. Ball, here's and Chineri out his feet. Across, a wonderful ball across the bottom corner. Chineri. First half looking for a left-footed effort. Second half it's a right-footed effort. That's almost as equal to his first. He just needs a header next, and he'll have the perfect tack trick. Eagles fans just getting back into it a little bit. Daniels holding the ball up. Salubrich looking to work an opportunity, and it's deflected and almost finds its way past Murray. Chafer. Salubrich onto his left foot. Curling efforts blocked by the shins of Murray again. East Riding definitely trying to make the dominant show with goals and make the Eagles pay for the getting a goal in the second half. They're looking for a clean sheet, I'm sure, East Riding in the second half. Salubrich almost falling to the ground. His agility and balance is unmatched, with the way he's able to stay on his feet at times and keep hold of the ball despite some of the challenges he sees. Skelton out his feet. Back to Chafer, now Chineri. Flick of a foot, tries to go beyond Michu. Michu handballs it. That might be a little bit harsh, but I'm on a reverse angle. And that is given as a penalty. Clark looking for his 100th goal. I might have got it wrong last time, but if he scores this one, it will be 100. I got a message off Danny earlier saying, you do know I could get 100 goals there. I presume it meant he was on 99, but I think he was after 2. Lining up a 6-metre penalty. Clark, most experienced player in the East Riding colours. On his 81st appearance, steps up against Murray. Right-footed in his banana yellow boots. Saved. Salubrich scores. Clark will be somewhat disappointed he didn't get his 100th goal, but Salubrich's effort goes in off the underside of the bar. Second of the game, 23rd of the season. And East Riding have a 9-3 lead with 5.5 minutes to go at the end of this second half. Clark tries to turn. He will be desperate for that goal now. I'm hoping he gets it because it'll make my commentary seem a little bit more real after I got it wrong the first time round. But anyhow, Eagles are taking it from the wrong spot. Sai back to Ribeiro. Fly keeper comes out once more. Ribeiro. Here's Boldizav. Effort on goal blocked, and it flies out into the stand. And it's a Eagles kick in. Sai, back to Ribeiro. Overran on the timing for the kick in. Giles will take it quickly. Denson offers an option, but Skelton will just decide to move the ball into Salubric. Over halfway, chips it towards Skelton. Murray does well to get there first and prevent another goal-scoring opportunity for East Riding. Clark, have the ball back. Looking to go himself. Clark still going. Ribeiro with a sliding challenge. Salubric is on this near side. He's lurking. He'll receive the ball now against Boldizev. Giles holding the play up. Turn, effort on goal, saved well by Murray, and he keeps hold of it. He'll try and launch a counter-attack, but Eagles don't seem interested in it. Skelton. Salubric under pressure. Giles. Clark. Out his feet. Looks down the line to Giles. Under pressure, loses out to Ribeiro. Giles then concedes another foul. Ball forward towards Sai. Nice turn back by Silva, but he loses out. He seems to be okay after his ankle injury earlier to Silva, so that's positive news. Not as serious as he first thought when he screamed. There's a nice touch off. Skelton goes in for the challenge. He puts out for a corner kick. Sai. Effort's blocked. Another opportunity for the Eagles to put a corner in. Sai again with the effort. It's blocked by Salubric. Skelton to Salubric again. Salubric cutting onto his left foot, still going to Clark. Clark onto his right foot, now onto his left. Cut it back. It's out for a corner. Clark will take it quickly. He has Giles and Salubric in the middle. Skelton's on the edge, goes to Giles. Giles on his right foot, trying to work an opportunity. Finds its way through to Murray. Murray going long. Denson shouts towards the Eagles player as he shields the ball out and then throws it long towards Clark. It's almost collected by Murray. It's gone in. Is that a Denson goal? I think he's celebrating as if it might well be. They've given it to Denson. He will be delighted by that. I think he's celebrating as if Murray gets a touch on it. So obviously the ball's back in play and Denson comes off as he celebrates and is replaced by Fletcher. Clark's nutmegged. Here's Boldizav. Boldizav scores, he gets his second. It's a nice bit of play. He nutmegs Clark. Clark's grinning and is replaced by Fletcher. 10-3. 10-4, sorry. Nutmegged. Here's Boldizav. Now Boldizav scores, he gets his second. It's a nice bit. East Riding still have a 6-goal advantage. Great ball through from Clark looking for Fabiai, and it's out for an Eagles ball. Fabiai with a challenge, wins it back to Clark. Clark will try and move it forward back into Fabiai. Good technical player. Number 5 as Skelton passes intercepted. Clark will take. Tries to find it across to Giles. I didn't really see that one, Clark. Silva in front of us. Back to Ribeiro. There's Costa and Silva have scored. And that's at the near post. It's 10-5. Goals weren't freely flowing until about 8 minutes to go. Back to Ribeiro. Now we're seeing them. Here's Fabiai. There's Costa down the line. Silva looking for his hat-trick. It's saved by Murray. Murray will look to get it underway quickly. Touch from Ribeiro. It's well intercepted by Skelton with the help of Fabiai. Skelton still going on his own. Skelton will put it across and he can't quite finish. If Giles had stuck a foot out, he might well have converted that. 2 minutes 50 left on the clock. 2 balls on the pitch. Potentially 3 balls on the pitch. 3 balls on the pitch. The manager of the Eagles comes on to try and stop it. Fabiai, Clark, holds it up well. Now looks to Fabiai. Has Giles outside of him. It might go alone. Instead goes to Giles and intercepted. Fabiai is with a challenge again. Skelton, Clark. Skelton wants more. Lorty wanting more from his team. Fabiai. Back to Clark. On halfway. Chips it forward. It's a little bit aimless is the pass. And I think he was looking for a run of Giles. And Giles has stopped. Clark ticks on his chest after a little bit of a shove. Michu's effort on goal saved onto the post by Fletcher. Excellent bit of goalkeeping to get a hand to that. And Clark will be replaced by Hudson. I think it's the first time we see Hudson in this second half. Some fresh legs might be what East Riding need to just see this game out. Corner to be taken. Back to Michu. Michu's effort on goal saved by Fletcher. Fletcher looks forward. Nobody's looking at him. He'll throw it long towards Hudson. Hudson's header only finds Caminas. Ball across. Can't find Acosta from Michu. Michu claims it took a touch of an East Riding player. I don't think it well did, but futsal players seem to want to appeal for everything. Hudson. Skelton. Fabiai is given an option. He receives the ball, gets past his man. Ribeiro put a challenge in, couldn't get there. Here's Skelton, under pressure from DaCosta. Skelton still going, Skelton still going. Onto the edge, Fabiai with it, right-footed. Into the bottom corner, a lovely finish. And it's Mo Fabiai. Get there. Here's Skelton, under pressure from DaCosta. Skelton still going, Skelton still going. Onto the edge, Fabiai with it, right-footed. Into the bottom. A lovely finish. Off the back of some good work from Skelton. Here is Skelton again. Looking for Giles. Doesn't find him. Bounces off Hudson. Bounces off Giles back to Hudson, sorry. Fabiai under pressure. Turns. Still going Fabiai. Still going Fabiai. Tries to get beyond his man and Eagles will break. Sai under pressure. Can't quite keep hold of the ball. Fletcher regains possession into Hudson. Makes a run down the wing. He can't get the ball across. I don't know if it was a shot or a cross, but it's regained by Murray. Thrown long. Fletcher now will have possession. Under a minute to go. 6-goal advantage. Fabiai under pressure goes down. Silva. Well picked off by Skelton for Giles. Giles for his hat-trick. Lovely chip finish into the far corner. And that's 12-5. And Giles well celebrates in front of the Eagles bench. Giles for his hat-trick. Lovely chip finish into the far corner. What's the best word? A little bit of jip earlier off the Eagles bench for his booking. Fabiai wins it back, and I think East Riding are going for more here. Here's Hudson. Hudson to Fabiai. Into Slubic. Looking for Fabiai into the side netting. I thought he'd got a 13th goal of the game. For East Riding, that is. Murray just slowing things down a bit. He'll throw it long. Into the pivot, Silva. Silva looking to turn. Skelton holds him up. Skelton shoves him to the floor. He didn't scream that time when he went to the floor. Boldazev lining it up. Effort on goal is miles wide to jeers from some of the East Riding fans. It's becoming a little heated now with 19 seconds to go. Here's Skelton. Skelton cutting inside. There's a switch of play between Hudson and Salubric. It's out for a East Riding ball. 13 seconds left. Fletcher's gone forward. I don't think it'd be very often in it futsal that two goalkeepers score on the same side as Salubric. His effort goes over the bar. Ball forward. Fabiai, Salubric, 7 seconds to go. Nutmegs his man, it's out of play for a kick in. Four seconds to go. Salubric to take. Back to Skelton. Hudson towards Fletcher. It's out of play for another kick in. East Riding look like they'll have their record ever unbeaten run today. Well, in fact, they're almost confirmed it. It's just a timeout there. They must have a set play in mind, must East Riding. They had this at the end of the first half. As they applaud the supporters who have come. So I think we've got set play in mind. Just to extend that lead a little further. Skelton is literally going to have to hit this as hard as he can across goal. There's a bit of a complaint between Fletcher and Murray. The two goalkeepers stood in front of each other. A bit of a battle for who's going to be stood where at the near post. Salubric to take. Skelton's nipped in round the back. You've got Hudson and Fabiai. It's whether Salubric can get it past that first man. That's going to be the question. If he floats it too high, then you lose your second. Salubric lines it up. Fabiai on the edge. Salubric effort on goal is into the post and out. And that is full time. Thank you very much for joining us. East Riding have a record now for their unbeaten games. They go to 12. They are 10 wins from 10 in Tier 2 North after beating the Eagles 12-5 in the Hull Classico. Next up for East Riding though, do join us again on the 15th of February when West Yorkshire come to town. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll catch you again next time.